Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Top Gun Options and our Full Throttle Week. And I could not be more happier when you wake up and you see news like the Instagram guys leaving Facebook and Apple getting even more sued by Qualcomm for cheating and stealing and lying. Love our limousine liberal tech stocks and how we're going to absolutely pound them into the pavement. And we have been pounding them into the pavement. This time last year, I predicted all this was going to happen, folks. All these limousine liberal tech stocks from the Bay Area would implode under the weight of their own hubris and stupidity, and we were right. And throw Tesla on top of that. So it's almost the TFANG stocks, but the T is silent. And we're going to talk about this stuff, folks. Today at 1 o'clock, we are opening the doors for full live trading and training sessions here at Top Gun Options. It's called Full Throttle. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT, and we're going to talk about this at 1 o'clock. Actually, we have a lot to talk about. It's pretty funny waking up and seeing headlines, oh, stocks set to rebound and futures higher, and I said sold. Apple, Facebook, this is all going to weigh on here, and the Dow's already done its pop up to 60, 70, and we're already down to maybe like 38, 39 points. But we're going to be lower by the end of the day, folks. There really isn't that much to be bullish about, okay? Last week, White House optimistic on China trade. No date for talks scheduled. We're not even talking to China, folks, yet they're optimistic. They have to say something like that. And then you get this headline yesterday afternoon. China vows not to negotiate under threat as Trump teases major broadside against Beijing. Folks, this is going to get worse before it gets better. And we've been playing our FXI trades. FXI is the iShares China large cap ETF. This thing's going to roll over hard again, folks. Every time we get some sort of ray of hope against with China and trade negotiations, we get a nice pop out of FXI and then it implodes. And that is going to happen again. And not only are we broadsiding each other, we're starting to, each side has kind of a break glass in case of emergency nuclear weapon. China, they can dump all of our debt. They are the #1 foreign holder of our debt. They can pick up the phone and say, hey, Donald, President Z, do me a favor and give us all of our cash back and take your worthless paper. That would not be good. What can the president do? Hey, President Z, got it. As soon as I hang up this call, I'll take care of that. And then I'm going to hold a press conference and sign an executive order making you or designating you a currency manipulator. Folks, that can happen, and can not only happen, but trade wars can intensify into what? Hot wars. For 8 years, Barack Hussein Obama sat there, and while he was busy, bowing the mullahs and doing his apology tour, he said, we're going to pull everything out of Iraq and pivot to China. What did he do? He sat there and ate popcorn as China grabbed dirt from mainland China, sailed it 600 miles into the middle of the Pacific, and at low tide around a bunch of atolls, built China. Runways, buildings, SAM sites, airfields, and now China's border, allegedly, or not allegedly, asking them, it sticks 600 miles into the Pacific. This is going to get very, very serious, folks. What's next as far as eyebrow to the north? Nothing. The president's up in New York. Obviously, all the clown car world leaders are meeting at the United Nations. There's a great organization. What's going on with Canada? Nothing. He sent out a message last night saying, hey, we're not going to do any deal that's bad for Canada. Well, I'm pretty sure any deal is going to be fair for the United States and should be fair for Canada. It should be a win-win, and that's what we're looking for. So yesterday, stock market imploded, right? Rod Rosenstein maybe getting fired, not fired, promoted, demoted. The media was frothing at the mouth yesterday. It was like watching OJ in the Ford Bronco, except it was Rod and his Escalade. But yesterday, Dow Industrials falls hopes for trade truce fade. Today, global stocks tick higher after trade deal. These are stock headlines, guys. We laugh here at TGO that it seems like every other day, the up and down in the stock market, they place on the trade deal, which is another reason why you got to join me at 1 o'clock today, because we're going to talk about trading volatility. It's almost like, I hate saying shooting fish in a barrel, but taking a look at volatility, it ebbs and flows based on these headlines. So We actually have a bull put spread weekly options volatility trade that we got in yesterday. So again, join us at 1 o'clock. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT, and we're gonna talk about all this stuff. Got to talk about oil. Take a look at oil. Brent over $80, its highest level since 2014. Here's another clown car: OPEC, Russia, Iran. How we doing? Well, let's just take a look at a little stock that we've. Holy shnikes. We got an ExxonMobil right about here with a Jan 21. We hopped in our F-18 and went to speed of light out to January of 21 a couple weeks ago and got bullish on ExxonMobil. How you doing? This thing's up, what, nearly 10% in under a month. That's just the position. And we've had a couple bull put spreads on underneath this thing. We're going to put another one on today at 1 o'clock. And I think we're going to close out our current ExxonMobil bull put spread for a $2,000 profit in, what was that, a week and a half to 2 weeks. Love, love, love ExxonMobil. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Is this over, though? I mean, this rally is, we got some serious tax cuts, but Democrats win in November. Guess what's going to happen? They've already campaigned on not only repealing the tax cut, so taking that money back out of your pocket, but raising your taxes. Why? Well, somebody's got to pay for those illegal immigrants and all the other crap that they want to do. So really, really stark choice coming up in November. And another reason we got long volatility for the week was the absolute shit show with the Kavanaugh hearings. It's disgusting. It's at a point now where Senator McCarthy is spinning in his grave. It's disgusting. So we got Rosenstein meeting the president on Thursday when he gets back from New York, and we have the Kavanaugh hearings on Thursday. If you're not long volatility, you're doing it wrong. And then we're going to laugh today about our limousine liberal Facebook, Twitter. So the Instagram dudes were actually seen as good dudes that we're going to moderate and maybe make Zuckerberg and Facebook wake up. No, they just bolted last night, and JP Morgan sees a meaningful pullback. Well, JP Morgan, apparently you remember here at Top Gun Options because we've predicted that long before you. Twitter, James Woods, the movie star Hollywood guy, 1.2 million Twitter followers, was suspended. He was put in limousine liberal jail because he posted a funny meme about Democrats in November. They suspended him because your post could impact an election. Are you shitting me? Are you kidding me that they did this? This dude, Jack Dorsey, testified in front of I would bring him back up and charge him with perjury. He sat there and under penalty of perjury and under oath said, we don't discriminate against speech. We don't do this, that, and the other thing. And literally the next day he kicked right-wing lunatic Alex Jones off Twitter. And now he's put if you believe what these people are saying, guys, Google. We're impartial. Here's a clip of the Google CEO, CFO, and all the heavies in tears and crying because Hillary Clinton lost. And you're going to, you know what, Google, pull this leg and it plays Jingle Bells. Google says it will continue to allow apps to scan your data from Gmail and sell it. Apple listens to your phone calls, right? Apple listens to your phone calls and now is going to give you a trust rating. Who the hell makes that trust rating? Yeah, about 10,000 employees in the Bay Area, known to be a big conservative bastion. This is it's awful, folks. I predicted this a year ago, and the chickens are coming home to roost. Apple stealing chip secrets and giving them to Intel. This is the same Apple. This is the same dude who, when a guy's blasting away with a machine gun in San Bernardino, California, and the FBI goes, hey, man, you got to open this phone. He's a terrorist. He's killing people. We could get some intel. And we're not going to open his phone because of privacy concerns. That's when I was done with this guy and this company. Are you shitting me? This is the same guy that uses 10-year-old kids in China to build his iPhone for $100 and sells it to you for $1,100. This is the same guy who preaches privacy concerns till he's blue in the face here in America, but he installs on iPhones in China monitoring software so the government can keep track of them. You're a disgusting human being, Mr. Cook, and you're a typical limousine liberal. You do not invest in companies that do this shit, folks. Look at Starbucks, Schultz. A week after he turns his once great company into the world's largest restroom and needle exchange, the stock implodes. Get out of these things, guys. I'm going to tell you at 1 o'clock today, and in the rest of our sessions this week, what stock you needed to be in instead. And literally this time last year, I said, get out of Apple, get out of Facebook, get out of Twitter, get out of all of them and get into this one. One of them, the one I'm going to tell you at 1 o'clock, is up over 100% since I made that call. Some of them are down 20% since then. So you stick with your limousine liberal stocks. If you disagree with me, I'll stick with the Death Star, and we're going to keep printing money. So I'll see you at 1 o'clock today. Remember, if you can't attend, hey, Wiz, I'm working at 1 o'clock today. Don't worry about it, man. Everything's recording. All of these things are recorded, and they're going to be put on this replay page throughout the week, so you can check it out. And if you haven't watched the Welcome Aboard brief, please do that today, especially before the 1 o'clock session, okay? Head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. That stands for Full Throttle Replay, and watch the Welcome Aboard brief, okay? Because I don't want to take up too much time today. I want to be talking about live trading and training and our current positions, and that's what we need to be focused on, and not kind of the background of TGO, our methodologies, and my biography. That's why I made it a video, so you can watch it at your leisure. Okay, Dow's already down below 30, and it's already starting to give what little gains it had back, and the VIX is starting to show a little bit more signs of life. We're going to talk about how to trade volatility, how when volatility is cheap down here, you buy it. Last week at 11.11, when the VIX hit 11.11, I'm like, that's it. This is nuts. Get long. And when volatility is expensive, you sell it. The rest of the week is going to be a clown car. The president's going to be speaking at the UN, and he most likely ain't going to be that friendly to a lot of people in the room. So a lot of potential volatility out there, but we're having a blast trading it. I love this stuff, folks. I'm very passionate about what I do. So join me at 1 o'clock or join me on the replay because we're going to open the door this week to 50 Full Throttle memberships. Okay? So have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock. Fights on.